The AK Brothers present Silence, True Crime Music Stories. I'm your host, Romeo Mastin. Pop Smoke was more than a rising star. He was the new sound of New York. At just 20 years old, he brought Brooklyn drill to the world, and the world was listening. But just as his fame exploded, so did the danger around him. A late-night party, a leaked address, and a fatal break-in that left the hip-hop world stunned. Was Pop Smoke the target of a conspiracy or the victim of tragic circumstances? This is Welcome to the Party.
The following program contains disturbing content and reenactments based on real events. Viewer discretion is advised. February 19, 2020, just past 4 a.m. A luxury rental tucked high in the Hollywood Hills. Inside, Brooklyn rapper Pop Smoke, real name Bashar Baraka Jackson, sleeps soundly, but outside, shadows move. 4 masked men creep up the back of the home, one gripping a Glock with an extended clip. Moments later, a gunshot slices through the silence, then a chaos. Pop Smoke had just turned 20 years old, and his future was stolen. Before he was the face of Brooklyn drill, Bashar Jackson was just a kid growing up on Canarsie blocks, where every day felt like a coin toss between survival and music. Raised by a Jamaican mother and Panamanian father, Bashar was a quiet kid with a sharp fade and sharper instincts. At 15, a basketball injury took him off the courts, so he turned to music. His first breakout? Recorded while on house arrest. Rumors say it was a gun charge. Pop never talked about it much. Building a home studio in his bedroom, that's where Welcome to the Party was born. A gravelly, booming war cry that instantly went viral. The Brooklyn streets had crowned a new voice.
It took like 30 minutes. I don't know how I came across it. I was just on YouTube and it just came across and I just clicked it. I don't really write like that.
Within months, Pop was flying coast to coast, rubbing shoulders with Travis Scott, Quavo, and Nicki Minaj. Dior ads, tours lined up, but fame paints a target. On February 18, 2020, Pop posted a photo on Instagram flashing designer bags and stacks of cash. What he didn't notice was the tag on a shopping bag. It revealed the full address of the home he was renting. That night, his killers used it to find him. Surveillance footage shows the robbers creeping along the side of the mansion. They broke in through the balcony, quiet, fast, and armed. Pop's friend was asleep downstairs. Upstairs, the robbers rushed him. They demanded his Rolex. When he resisted, one shot, straight to the chest. The bullet pierced his heart. EMTs raced him to Cedars-Sinai, but it was too late. Pop Smoke was pronounced dead less than an hour later. The killers vanished into the dark, but not for long. Within 48 hours, the LAPD formed a special task force. They tracked burner phones, retrieved IG metadata. Eventually, they found their suspects, all teens. The youngest, just 15 years old. He was the one who pulled the trigger. In court, it came out that they got away with just a watch, later sold for $2,000. In April 2024, the 15-year-old gunman, now 19, was sentenced to 4 years in a juvenile facility, the maximum under the law. His older accomplices are still awaiting trial, justice, but not enough. Pop Smoke was more than a rapper. He was Brooklyn's heartbeat, New York's rising star, and proof that even from the trenches, you could build something global. His voice lives on through posthumous albums, drill records, and the hearts of millions. But behind the music is the silence of what could have been.
Do you remember the last time that you spoke to Pop?
Yeah. Before he left, we had great conversations. He told me that he really appreciated that I held on to him, that I never let go. But I think the thing that kind of haunts me the most is he's getting ready to leave. So I said, "You leaving?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "You're not going to say goodbye?" And he hesitated. And I was like, that's just Shar being Shar. Because he's just kind of being mannish. But I think he knew something was wrong. And then he went out the door. He didn't say goodbye.
Pop Smoke, 1999 to 2020. Rest in power.